We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. There was a nation living in peace and unity. Yeah. They are people with love and harmony. Oh, yeah. They saw greatness rise up to its purity. With another people of different culture, a different heritage, bias and oppressive. Oh, I see. A nation from trigger of Africa, rising with strength and might and power. In due time, nobody gonna oppress us. Rather, you all gonna embrace her. With your flag, with your flag, with your flag, with your flag. Oh yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. Oh yeah, Biafra is our home. Oh, it's my home. Yeah, Biafra is our home.
I reminisce way back 1967. Death toll on the blood couldn't count them even. Mama screaming, child squealing, pops on the ground. 2.5 years, over 3 million's gone. Why? Cause we asked for our freedom, and we're going back to our sovereign kingdom. They shut us down when we cried, the world said nothing. Sitting back in the crib, watching our suffering. Should I talk about the planes dropping shells like rain? Suka had the first taste of our heroes' blood. Abagana Zobuni wave was stronger than flood, but the juke is too strong and fought them off on the chart. Thought the bloodshed's gone, then it came again. 216 and the massacre, it started again. So bloody name, I couldn't cry tears. Blood dripping down my eyes, water in my veins. We died trying to fight the cause and we're trying to break him. It's our freedom, but the world was against us.
Wave your flag over Africa. Welcome people of Biafra. Wave your flag over all the world. See those people of Zion is here.
It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion. It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. Yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. I see a rising sun from Africa. Oh, this is time of victory. Oh, yeah. I see future in Africa. Oh, yeah. People of Biafra. See light shining on the world. Oh, yeah.
What's that, Martin? We're not fighting each other. We know where we're going. We're going to get Biafra. There is nothing anybody can do about it. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. I need them to understand this. We've crossed the Rubicon, the point of no return. There is nothing anybody can do. If I'm alive, if I'm dead, if I'm wherever I may be, Biafra will come. If I'm dead, it's even better because it will come far more quicker. I can assure you. If Biafra is fighting for you, no one will touch your property. If you're fighting alone, you're bound to lose it. So Biafra is the best. We will become the 16th member country of ECOWAS. If Nigeria doesn't release those properties, then we'll take them to court and we'll get them back. even twice the value. The Jews had investments all over the world. Most of the priceless artifacts and paintings belong to many families in Germany. It was stolen by the Nazi Party. Do you know that? Eventually, they got everything back with compensation on top of it. That's what we're going to do. If you touch our investments, we'll come back for you, and we'll know where we can get it from. So there is nothing for anyone to worry about. It's only if I'm not stopping you from being a Nigerian. If you are born on the streets of Lagos and you want to be a Lagosian and your name is Adama, oh well and good. There's no problem.
Onye si na agata anya ahụhụ ma ọ bụ na anyị fe arụsị anyị wee na-efe arụsị mgbe were iwe gị na ọmụma gị wee bịa leta anyị ụmụ anyị wee na-anwụsị ụfọdụ nọ n'ụzọ ije ha anaghị alọta ụlọ ọzọ nne na nna wee na-ata ahụhụ wee na-ata ikikere eze nwaanyị kunye ka ọ gaa ubi gaa rụọ ọrụ Fulani chiri ehi bata ebe ala ihe niile okwu ebepụ ya isi anyị bụ ka anyị kpọpụ onye nwe anyị n'ugwu Awụsa ahụ ejide anyị wee gbuo ihe ọbụla anyị mara aka n'ime ha si maka ha aga n'ihu elekwa ọdụ ụgbọ mmiri n'igwe ọcha bụ ememiri ọya nke dị na Kalaba otu aka ahụ anyị na-ala nsọ ebe Biafra bụ ndị kọstọm sokwenye anyị n'etiti anyị anọghị n'ime mmiri kama kọstọm juru ebe niile ha wee na-ata anyị ahụhụ anyị kwuo sịpụta anyị ka kpọchie anyị kwuo sịpụta anyị ka gbagbuo anyị onye nwe anyị na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe bụ ụzọ dị anya ka isi na-ebu ndị nwe anyị n'anya wee karịa ndị nke gị akwa anyị bụ ụmụ Chineke akwa ọba aha anyị ka anyị na-aza akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza ike Chukwu akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza amara Chineke akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chisom akwa ọba anyị nwe na-aza Chizoba nna nke dị nsọ onye ime eluigwe dịka otu onye iro dị na anyị bụ ụmụ gị bịa ka iwe zọpụta anyị bịa ka iwe napụta anyị n'aka ọjọọ ihe bịa ka iwe lụọrọ anyị ọgụ bịa ka iwe dịtụ ozu ọ bụ ọkọwa mgbe emilere Goliath Chineke nna nke igwe ruo ememiri Fero sikwa otu a mee ka Fero ka ọ guzo n'ihu ụmụ ndị ipoB ka o wee taa akwụkwọ igwe ụtọ ọzọ ị ga na-edu anyị n'ụzọ niile nke ezi omume ọ bụla adịghị na anyị na-aga ndagwurugwu onyinye ọnwụ ọ bụ nwa bụ ekele eluigwe n'ụwa nwunye ọbụla kere gị n'oge malite n'oge ọgwụgwụ kama anyị onwe anyị gwa anọkwa ahụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ n'ezie kama ma akpọ na ogbu gị na-anọgide ebe mgbe ebighị ebi ọ bụ ya mere anyị ji were gị n'anya isi anyị wee na-asị nna nke dị nsọ bịa ka iwe gosi anyị Biafra na ndụ na abụghị n'ọnwụ bịa ka iwe mee ka ebe gị na amara gị wee kpuchiri anyị ka uwe bịa ka iwe zọpụta ndị nke gị bịa ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-ewetụta na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma site n'aha gị ma ibu Chukwu nke abịa ma
Welcome. Thank you for joining me on this very evening program. I appreciate every one of you that has connected wherever you are connecting from. Please, as you join the program, like and share to other platforms. Like and share to family and friends. Share to your neighbors. Share to everyone that is close to you. Invite someone to failed state Nigeria. In this platform, we say things the way they are. It doesn't matter who is concerned. We are not concerned about your religion. We are not concerned about your orientation. We are not concerned about your race. As long as you genuinely seeking for freedom and you the one that is happening in the contraption called Nigeria. And that is why we are here. We will continue to bring this issue to the spotlight with all our strength, with all our minds. At every given opportunity that we have, we will bring this matter before the whole world. So my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching from, I urge you in the name of Chukwu Okike to like and share this program to your own platform. Share to family and friends. It is important that you educate someone and someone will educate someone. That is the only way we can redeem humanity. Because as we see today, humanity is under threat. In Nigeria, human life is under threat more especially the Biafran people. And if nothing is done, it is going to extend to other part of the world. Many people have talked about this, but somehow the world is not paying attention. What is happening in Nigeria today, if not being checked, it is going to extend to all part of the world. It is going to bring international chaos. A situation that cannot be managed no matter how you try to. That is why we are speaking. That is why we are talking. We, the Biafran people, the Biafran activists, we have taken it upon ourselves to be on the front line, put ourselves on the line, even at the risk of our lives. We risk our security, and we continue to chase the safety of humanity. Not just the safety of the Biafran people, the safety of every indigenous person in Nigeria. But as you know, we have to focus on ourselves to get to every other person. Because that is why we start from ourselves, the Biafran people. In the process of rescuing and redeeming ourselves, so many people will be rescued and redeemed. The redemption of Biafra is the redemption of every indigenous person. The redemption of Biafra is the redemption of black race. That is why anyone that cares about humanity should key in and support the creation of the United States of Biafra. A place where Chukwu Okike can be worshipped in truth and in spirit. In the foundation led with the fear of Chukwu Okike, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu laid that wonderful foundation. Mazi Ekpa built on that wonderful foundation. And today, it falls on our shoulder to continue to uphold this very legacy until our leaders join us. No matter what happens, we should not give up. This evening, I choose a topic which says Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, the men who refused to bow to oppression and propaganda. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa Joko, the supreme leader of ipoB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. These are the men who refuse to bow to oppression and the propaganda of Nigerian government. Even after they have succeeded in detaining them, they are not relaxed. They are still scared. And they have upgraded in their propaganda. They have upgraded their blackmail. Today, they are using the same people that Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu died for, continue to suffer for, ready to die for. They are the people they are using today to push propaganda against them, to dehumanize them, to attack them and talk so many ill against them. Wherever you are on the planet Earth, I want you to know there is a situation in the world today that requires immediate attention. Whoever is watching this program, I don't care what your religion might be. I do not care what your race might be. But I want to bring to your notice, there is a situation that is calling for urgent attention. Humanity is under threat in Nigeria. The Christian genocide you're hearing about is not a joke. It is much more serious than what you see in the media. The Christian genocide that you are hearing every day on the media is much more serious than what you see and hear in the media. You can take it to the bank. The Christian genocide, the atrocities of the terrorists, the kidnapping in Nigeria is underreported. And the most painful part of it is that the government of the day is part of this abduction, part of the extrajudicial killing, part of the disappearance of innocent citizens. Every single day, these things are happening, unreported. The conventional media in Nigeria has been bought over and caged. And they do not report things that are happening except they get approval from the government of the day. So many atrocities are happening even under their nose, and they can't report it. Today, the only console we have today, the only place we can get more information today is on the social media. Social media are the first to report informations. The conventional media, what do? They copy from social media. Go and check most of their reports. When you are watching their conventional media, you will see majority of their reports comes from the social media. They never go on the ground. Even when the thing is happening in their front, under their nose, they will never go there to have a correspondence and interview the victims. Just like when we are talking about the case of IDP camp and Christian genocide. The people that are bringing facts about the Christian genocide, including documentary, are foreign media networks. Foreign media network, foreign journalists that flew in all the way from Europe, America, and the rest of them. They are the one that brings the information required to the world. I have never seen any media in Nigeria that gave comprehensive documentary about the loss of life that is happening in Nigeria every single day. The Christian genocide. Let's assume they do not want to call it Christian genocide. Okay, the genocide against the indigenous people that is going on daily basis. I have not seen any media network in Nigeria that reports it. Not even one. Go and check. Every single one of them, what they do is that they come out to either represent what international media have presented or to come and argue on the side of the government, to pretend that what is seen is not what it looks like. Their major duty is always to play down on the Christian genocide that is spelled out that everybody can see. Even the blind sees it. They come to create a different narrative. They deny it at every given opportunity. That is what the conventional media in Nigeria does. But as long as Chukwu Okikabema lives, and we still have life, we will never allow them to sweep those atrocities under the carpet. That is why consistency in the media is very important. That is why I come online every day, even at the most difficult time, to speak on the atrocities of Nigerian government today. Many of us have seen a video that is circulating. Many of us have seen a video of an innocent young man who the police shot dead. After arresting him, he wasn't fighting, he wasn't hesitating, he was not resisting arrest. He has been arrested, tied to the back. And he was extrajudicially murdered. And it raised outrage. You see everybody in Nigeria writing, media, reporting, and talking. But the question is this: is that the first time it has happened? Is that the first time this kind of a thing happened? What you saw in the media that everybody is crying today is happening in Biafra land every single day. That is happening to the Igbo people, more especially Igbo people. The extrajudicial of Igbo young men is happening every blessed day in Nigeria. Nobody is held accountable. For the mere fact that you speak Igbo, for the mere fact that you bear the name, tribal name Igbo, a policeman will open fire on you. And the next crime he's going to put on you is that you are a member of ipoB. You did not kidnap anybody. You did not steal. You didn't attack anybody. Just a mere fact that you have been identified as someone seeking for self-determination, you are marked for death. Thousands of Biafrans have lost their life in the same manner that this young man lost his life, and continue to lose their life in the same manner in Igbo State, in Anambra State, in Enugu State, in Ebonyi State, in Abia State, and nobody reports it, and nobody is outraged about it because it's an Igbo man. You saw the way people are reacting to what transpired. The only luck the guy has was that somebody was there to get the video out. Somebody was there to get the video out. And today they are reacting everywhere as if it is first time. Do you remember when young men who went for marriage in Igbo State were murdered in cold blood? Young men, about 9 of them, about 9 or 12 young men who went for marriage in a place where they went for traditional marriage. Nigerian police and DSS came there, opened fire, and shot them. What did they say? That they were members of ipoB. There was no single investigation. There was no single investigation. They attacked them that they were members of ESN, holding the meeting. These were people who went for marriage. The man that his daughter was to be married is alive. And he confessed and spoke of what will happen. That case, nobody investigated it till today. Innocent people. That is not the only one. We have saw one in the video, a young man who was riding his motorbike. And the next thing, they brought him down and shot him, and next thing they raised a bullet and said they saw the bullet in his pocket. Every one of us saw the video when Mazi Nnamdi did a program with that video. Extrajudicial killing of Biafran people have been there, and nobody seems to be talking about it. They don't care. As long as a crime is committed against Biafra, they do not regard it as a crime. As long as human rights abuse is against the Biafrans, it is not considered human rights abuse. That is the situation we are in, that we are fighting to get out from. But unfortunately, some of us do not know the danger we are in. That is why they still have time to push propaganda and blackmail against themselves. That boy that they shot dead, let me tell you, go and make investigation and look through that boy that they killed. When you hear the name of that guy, his name sounds like a Biafran name from the southeastern side. And the person that shot him is a Janjaweed. And already a Janjaweed knows that taking the life of somebody from the southeast means nothing. And when I mean southeast, I mean somebody from the old southeastern region. Taking the life of somebody from the old southeastern region doesn't have any consequence in Nigeria. It is funny that some of us in that southeast region, old southeastern region, Biafra land, they seem to pretend and think that this war is just against the Igbo Biafrans. Let me tell you, it is not just against the Igbo Biafra. Every single person that is from the old Southeastern region, you are seen as an Igbo man. If you are from the old Southeastern region, a Janjaweed sees you as an Igbo man, and he will do to you what he will do to an Igbo man. But some of you, they politically confuse you. Your politicians confuse you and plant hatred in your heart to hate your own brother and hate even your own freedom. Today, majority of the people from this old Southeastern region are fighting against themselves. The death of that young man is a lesson. The death of that young man is a great lesson that must be learned. But I know some of us will never learn. Some of us will never learn until we join our ancestors. When we say Nigeria is not for us, we are not saying it out of hatred. We are not saying it out of envy, jealousy, or because of our resources. We are not saying it just because we want to foment trouble. No. It is a fact that Nigeria does not want us alive. The genocide, the pogrom they started from before the Civil War, 1966. The pogrom they started in 1966, they are still carrying out that program. Something they could not accomplish in 1967 for 3 good years. That program is still on as we speak. And today, they are doing it. They have legalized it. And how did they legalize it? They legalize it through the help of the politicians that claim to be your brother, your sister, your defender, your representative. From the moment they proscribed ipoB, that was when they signed your death warrant. From the moment the governors in the Southeast signed and proscribed ipoB, that was the moment they signed the death warrant of the youths in Biafra. That was when they licensed Nigerian terrorist government and their military. That was when they were licensed to take innocent life. And since then, they have continued to extrajudicially take innocent life in Biafra that nobody is held to account. Look at the innocent boy that they shot, that is turning the internet upside down. And all he hears is that they have sacked them from police. They have done that. The Janjaweed will return back to his village and they will appoint him in they will transfer him to another place. When you hear, oh, he has been sacked, and you think that is all, he will go back to his home. There will be no punishment for taking an innocent life. And the only reason he did that was because of the hatred he has on the old Southeastern region. Anytime they see somebody from that area, they see Igbo. This is one thing people don't. Whenever a Janjaweed sees somebody, whether Ijo, Efik, Ishakiri, Urobo, when they see you, Iwanke, they see an Igbo man. And they will do to you what their father, Ottoman Danfodio, did to the Hausas. You think they will spare you? They will not spare you. They will never. That is why, wherever you are, you must sit up. It is a must. Every single one of us must sit up and continue to speak up for our freedom. Continue to demand the freedom of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. As I have always said, only their freedom can guarantee our safety and security, our unity, and our freedom. You can decide to please yourself with what you believe. You are entitled to believe whatever you like. You can choose to make yourself happy with your lies. Good luck. But I bet you, you can never change the truth. The truth remains the truth. The truth will always remain the truth. that without the presence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it is going to be hell for every one of us. It's going to be a very long, long ride. And you better prepare yourself. And pray hard. Pray hard. Do everything you can do to see that our leaders join us as soon as possible. The zoological republic called Nigeria will never change. Nigeria will never do anything different from what they are doing now. If you think it's going to be better tomorrow, sorry to disappoint you. It's not going to be better. As we speak, every day you go to their media, you see more evidence showing you that Nigeria will never survive. And that is why we go to their media. Every day we come for a broadcast. And we bring to you what is happening in their media for you to compare and contrast with what we are saying, and then pass your own judgment. You have the right to believe anything you want. You have the right to be anywhere you want to be. And we have our right also to express ourselves and expose evil when we see one. So I want you to pay attention to this very program on this channel and listen to what they have to say while we follow them up on this very news.
Now, the shooting to death in broad daylight by a policeman of a young man in Delta State earlier this week has continued to provoke expressions of horror and anger within a cross-section of Nigerians. A video footage of the unfortunate incident is still being circulated in various media, and this seems to have refocused public attention on the recent spike in extrajudicial killings across Nigeria, especially by operatives of the Nigerian police force. Arise News analyst Dasha Wale joins us now to discuss this new wave of extrajudicial killings by security agents and the need for authorities to step up efforts to curb the trend. Good afternoon, Mr. Shibwale. Many thanks for being here.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure being here.
This video caused a lot of discussions, even within the newsroom, when we were talking about it yesterday. The treatment of the man in this video, guilty or not, was what it was. And I'd really like your take on this. I think it's easy to pick a side.
They say every crowd has a silver lining. I like the way the Inspector General has handled it. I don't think they have ever done anything like that before at this level. He said those people, the officers involved, should be transferred from Efuru to Abuja and given swift trial. And they'll be given the trial. They will get confirmation from the police public submission for their dismissal, and thereafter they will face trial, criminal trial for homicide, unlawful homicide. I think it's the first time. See, police people invariably cover up themselves. Say dog does not eat dog. But this is a strong message. You know, it's a new person. It's a strong professional message to those within at his level and those down there. Because invariably, it's like they get away with murder. They get away with murder. Oh, prosecute the policeman. Oh, police the policeman. But I think it's signaling that that era is gone. And if you can be happy for somebody who has been killed, I'm happy that the family of this man will get justice. Will get justice. You see, impunity is strife. Policemen feel because they enforce the law that they are above the law. Invariably. You can see the horror, even either in uniform or out of uniform. The horror of invisibility is around them. And it is fake. And it is illegal. So, this IG is to fucking them now. That you are not above the law. You have to keep the law. Maintain law and order, but you are not above the law. And if you run foul of the law, you will be prosecuted like every other person. That's the rule of law. I like it.
And if you remember, Mr. Shibwale, apart from the police, we've had this measure of impunity, extrajudicial killings by even mobs and, before they've been handed to the police. So is that also sending a message beyond the police to those who might actually want to engage in extrajudicial killings as well?
See, before, when I saw this topic, I thought it was more about security. And I was thinking maybe we are over for security, maybe almost every. But now, even the action of the IG is sending a message. It's an incident, but it is global enough amongst the police rank and file for them to see that the age of impunity is coming to an end, and that wherever you are, if you are caught, you face the full disciplinary procedure. I will be punished, no matter who you are. Let's leave it at that.
Sure, let's go from your last statement. If you are caught, you face the consequences. We don't need to guess. This is one of many cases. In this situation, there was the horror and the privilege of social media in terms of the recording that served as proof. But what about those that have been swept under the carpet? Cases that have been relegated to the background
that is still going on in Biafra
such
today.
video evidence. But this is one of
as
many.
we speak, it is still
those
going on.
cases?
You see, they say every dog has his day. Every dog has his day. You never know. Those can be uprooted in the light of this. Now, the police have their files. They have their files. And see, this is the rule of law. If you want to weed out corruption or illegal violence and what have you, you need whistleblowers. You need people who have the courage to write to the authorities or to go and report. Yes, this will be an encouragement to people. And you beg Nigerians, they will seize on it. They will seize on it. Although in some places now, if you are caught filming, they are bombing over there, they arrest you for security purposes. That you are taking pictures of that. But the social media is very active in Nigeria. And if they know that the man at the top will act on what they send, you will see that will always be an avalanche of reporting of such incidents. But in the meanwhile, this IG is sending a message to his rank and file. And I saw you, not many of them will like it. Not many, because you know the skeleton in their various cupboards, and you are afraid that with your frauding, maybe somebody will report them and they will put on trial.
Well, Mr. Shoko, as you're speaking, this takes me back to that say, police is your friend in Nigeria.
Yes.
With incidents like this and what you've highlighted, even as if I set my heart aside as a journalist, as a Nigerian, how am I supposed to trust the police that can take laws into their own hands for whatever reason, even if I'm not a threat?
Since that is you like police is your friend. I've been to police Molodi here, to a friend of my police commissioner, and I want to know what I saw there. If you do not like the police, call it talk.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
You see, that's impunity. That's the era of impunity. People don't like us, get lost. But the ideal thing is the police is your friend. The police is your friend. And you should not anyway be like in the US, they say they want the police, they don't want the police. You will always have the police. But let us have the police that will be led and brought to order, made to face the law if it violates it by this sort of Inspector General of Police. Yes,
Mr. Shoko, and hopefully the momentum by the new police leadership will be sustained to a large extent on scenarios like this. Yeah. But if you remember, if we go way back, the incidents of SARS, SARS, and the way Nigerians reacted to the extrajudicial killings, well, it seems there will be investigations, but like you said, at some point they'll be swept under
They
the
will be
carpet.
swept under the
So,
carpet.
to a large extent, are we seeing
Is this one worse than
positive
SARS?
outlook?
SARS, nothing came out of it.
Impact on special units.
This is just
designed
one out of
to
too many.
counter, such
Only one out of two. In Biafra land, as we speak, they are still taking innocent lives.
Although the SARS that you mentioned, that's had the repercussion. Because the police felt they were maltreated by the authorities. I have friends who told me that if they see somebody killing another person, even if they will just walk by. But they are just coming back now. They did not disagree that they misbehaved during SARS. But you see, everything is about checks and balances and discipline. People who are in uniform should be disciplined. They should be professional. They should be polite, and they should be fair in the way they deal with the public. This should be a deterrent. What this IG has done.
Okay.
And said justice should be swift and effective.
Story.
And I commend it.
So it goes against what you're usually saying, the wheels of justice grind slow, but they grind fine. This one is swift. So
because of this case.
Yes, I'm saying that it's
but justice, you see, you are skeptical. What that means is that you could be a coup for a long time.
True.
But the hand of justice will get you.
So what's the appropriate
for what
punishment for what was done to this
is swift justice now. Swift justice according to the rule of law.
I'm saying, what should the judgment look like? What should the sentence look like when they have their day in court?
I'm not the judge. Look, these people have been tried inside the police, the officer, and then the lower rank. They've been found guilty. They were not just sent to the Police Service Commission, that's the civil service, will confirm it. It means they won't get their benefit. Now, they will face criminal prosecution.
So, Mr. Shumba, let's speak to Nigerians now. Everyday Nigerians that are watching this are now.
This is the very real one. Sit down.
I mean, our viewers.
But luckily, we are watching this now.
Now, I mean, Nigerians that are watching this situation, this discussion. How should we relate with the police to try to ensure that we don't get ourselves in situations that put us in such.
Look at the police is your friend now. Yeah. Try to look at the police as your friend, but try to operate within the law. Okay? Do not violate the law. And if you feel a policeman,
when you hear some idiots in this Nigerian media, you begin to wonder who educated them and how do they get to the rank where they are. A country that is meant for destruction that we never ever survive, that you and I know. A lawless country. Even as we speak, the atrocities of Nigeria is going on as we speak, as you are watching this program. The atrocities are going on. Taking innocent lives on a daily basis. Attacking innocent people. More especially in Biafra. We have seen videos where they shot young men in Biafra point blank for committing no crime. All they have to say is that they are members of the ESN. And that's all. They are gone. We have seen it over and over again. This one happened and you see them shouting as if they are seeing it for the very first time. It is not the first time. It's not the first time. And this man was shot because they thought he's an Igbo man, because his name sounded Igbo. And the person that shot him is a Janjaweed. Don't forget that. The policeman that shot him is a Janjaweed. Because they know taking the life of a Biafran does not face any consequence in Nigeria. Abusing the right of a Biafran does not amount to abuse. So when it has to do with somebody from the old Southeastern region, they will do anything they like and walk away with it. Even as we speak, it is still going on. This is just one out of too many. One out of too many. And the earlier we, the Biafrans, wake up, listen to the needful, listen to the right thing, and continue to pursue our way out of the zoo, the better for all of us. Nigeria is not inhabitable. It's not a place meant for human. It's not a place meant for sane people to exist. That is why we are asking for it to be dismantled so that people can be able to find their food. Let us hear about this one, the insecurity in Nigeria. Confirmation that that country is irredeemable. Let's hear the report they have on this one. Because they put themselves.
Here in Lagos, when we are broadcasting from Mr. Darlington Abomo, he is a lawyer, but he appears in the capacity of a public affairs analyst. And beside him, we have Mr. Somi Wanta. Mr. Wanta is an entrepreneur, author, and public affairs analyst. From our Benin station, we will be joined by Comrade Ibrahim Momo, Institute of Political Science at Campus, Ali University of Boma. And from our Oka station, we will be joined by Engineer Fimba Ajo, who's Chairman, Sector Engineers, Anambra State, member Anambra State Anti-Corruption Strategy. Gentlemen, good morning and thanks for joining us on the this morning. Mr. Abuma, let me come straight to you. How did you get to the story life? Football match, spectators, armed men just stay open fire, going down to.
The thing is that these guys, they just want the society to be on lockdown. That is, they don't want you to carry out any social activities. You can't go to church, you can't go to farm, you can't go to recreational center, you can't even go to watch football or play football. That's just the meaning. Because if whenever your community try any of these things, they will strike. That means they don't want you to carry those things out.
Another question is to what end? Why are they doing that?
Because they are making a statement to you and I, to the government, to Nigerians. That, that before you can do any of those things, take authority from us or else you cannot carry it out. It is simple as that.
Apparently, they are in protestation with the state over the control of, who owns the state or what. I think that they want to. Do you have any intelligence report, or are you aware what exactly they are looking for? Is it that they want to? And why I ask this question is that at some point, in Borno State under Jonathan, we had Boko Haram, declare an Islamic state and posted their flag. Apparently, they wanted to carve out a territory for themselves. But we don't see all of that now. So why are they doing this? Is it so that do they want to take over from Parliament? Do they want to take over from the Baganazim or what? Now is a big question.
Now listen. When the Kaduna Abuja train bombing happened, these guys sent a message to the government of Nigeria, Federal Republic of Nigeria. They sent it through the managing director of Bank of Industry. That the territory and sovereignty all Nigeria should be handed over to them. As some people agree with them, they have an agreement with some people. And with that agreement, they want to be implemented. That's what they said. And that they should free their women that they captured, or they will come and free them themselves. It really goes in a good business. Because the UN was aware of all these things. So, why should you, in the third place? You see why I'm saying that government is the complicit in this matter. Because I was expecting that government should have called out those people who signed this agreement with people that they are talking about. At the particular point, when they were returning the camera, and people were making us that do this and that, they said, come, stop all these noise you are making, When we are before the camera, watching that one another with government officials, they say, look, stop this because this business we are doing, some of you gave it to us, openly. So whatever evidence are you looking for? And nobody challenge them and say, God, how did we, at the time, they threatened to kidnap the body and the aeroplane. And call them also some things. That is the cause of the matter. Yes, the one who knows, that was the yes,
Let's bring Mr. Oranta to this conversation. Now, so Mr. Abemo has raised a new perspective, not quite new, but it's on the table now. But at some point, these people say, we had an agreement with some people, you come and do this for us and we hand over the territory. And we hear people like Ekpa openly say, well, we watched this. We hear Mubad Galadima say, yes, we imported these people to come and help us. And now these people are running around all over. And the government sits by, but up until Buhari by mobilization. Biafra is still there. Nobody is even talking about making that statement that yes, we brought these people because they are our brothers. At some point, we want to open the border and say, if you're any part of Africa, you can come. And Nigerians there was an intelligence, for that. So in all of this, do you think that the government, I keep going back to that intelligence. I'm not saying that we're an intelligence officer, but I'm just asking, do you by chance know where the government is more like a Mexico, as some Nigerians believe, lackluster, in trying to deal with these people that have at one point or the other been named or that have a nexus or connection with what we are passing through at this moment?
I think what is happening in Nigeria predates Buhari and all that they did at his time. Predates them. There's a report that under February made a declaration that the Quran will be dipped in the Atlantic Ocean. And they were coming and they were stopped at somewhere in London. That's why in London, that's where they had the caliphate extended up to London. It didn't come down to the southwest and then to the Atlantic as promised. So these people, Buhari was taken as the man who came to bring about the vision of his great grandfather. So what they did is not something. Let's agree to it that we have agreed. Because you see, southern politicians, they always go to the north. They want the northern industry. So if the country is there, then let's give the country to them. Because the oil in Niger Delta, they tell you clearly that it is the collective impact of the activities of the north that run down to the south and create the oil. So the oil belongs to the north. And today, there are areas that have oil wells. How many ammonia wells in this Niger Delta? How many oil How many oil kings? Wells in Niger Delta that have oil wells. When Sanusi was governing to take over the affairs of the entire Kano state, and he said the budget was running in several billions. The budget of that emirate. But tell me how many kings in Niger Delta, where the oil came from, was coming from, that runs 1 billion budget in 1 year, and this was running over 8 billion. The rest of that. So maybe Nigeria would have agreed that, Nigeria belongs to them. And they have been saying that Nigeria is God-given land to the Fulanis. Maybe we should give it to them. Because even the president's government are native people. We try talking about Buhari. A man who is the special advisor in Nigeria today, he's telling you that these terrorists are our brothers, vagabond brothers, that is. And we are not telling you about it. Even the Americans, even the state governor of the states, where the minister for state for defense came from, he said that this man is a sympathizer of Boko Haram and the terrorism. And we're not doing anything about it. So let us hand Nigeria to them then, and let's just become all of us become. I know then when APJ accused Buhari of Fulanization agenda. I was not here when General Danjuma said that the armed forces are committing with this protect yourself. The question is, how do you protect yourself with nothing? With guns, with Buhari, of course, to disarm people in middle belt. Those that have military firearms, disarm them and allow people to kill Nigerians. And even up to today, the people are not doing about it. And they're all colluding. And they come here, let's stop preparing these things. We need to say it as it is. Nigeria belongs to them. So let's hand over Nigeria to them. Maybe that will bring peace.
All right, now let's go to Comrade Ibrahim Nadon. Comrade, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good to have you. Yes, we can hear you now. Good to have you. Okay. Is this collusion? There's something more to it. Because this is full-scale terrorism. Where people are, I said the story, and what people came to mind was the combusting, burning. So what is this collusion? Would you say this is collusion? Government colluding, or some agencies of government colluding, or what exactly? And what measures have we put in place to ensure that we fight terrorism, full-scale terrorism that we're experiencing? Or is it that government is not considering this a full-scale war against Nigeria?
Okay, thank you. To make is that calling it a coalition is very simplistic. It is much worse than that. It is ineptitude at the most rudimentary level. It is a failure of government. Because sometimes some of this analysis or arguments tend to delay the core issues. And of course, we have held strategic positions for decades, and we have failed to achieve the resolution of the security problem that we have. It means that these estimations, these positions that we have held internationally, the first thing is that government, what is the duty of government, officially, what is the duty of government? Primarily, is the security of lives and property of the citizens. On that count, with these repeated states of killing, government has failed. It is much more than all this international commission or religious attribution that we are giving to this issue. It's a failure of government. And the thing is that, oftentimes, there's only a conflation. You don't understand. There is a difference between terrorism, with the assumption that these descriptions are the same. They are not. Muslims are people who are historic religion. Sudanese are a tribal or ethnic nationality that comes across several African states. And the reason people who kill for political, religious, or other people reasons. These are two different issues. So I wonder why we tend to confuse or conflate these concepts. They are not the same. They are not the same. So,
is it not difficult to separate one from the other? Because we hear some people say there is a desire to Islamize Nigeria, and that is why these killings are taking place. Just the other day, I think in Kwara, there was terrorists went to a community and told them, look, renounce your religion, accept Islam, and we will not kill you. Is it easy to dissociate one from the other when things like this come up?
No, I think the missing pushback on that kind of thinking is the fact that there is no separation when these terrorists are coming committed. For example, in a football match, where we were out with the football match, was there an attempt at separating Muslims, animals, Christians, African separate, and then you kill the others, and then disparate act of killing? I think it's very difficult to see the feeling or the emptiness in the claim that it's difficult to separate from one from the other. The reality is that terrorists are those who kill. It don't matter what religious people were. We have them in the Lord of Islam family in Uganda. When they kill in the name of Christ, does it make Christianity a religion of killers? It does not. Even the concept of crusade, that's why I said it was to make more of the word crusade. You know that it has to be the king. So that means that the crusade is done. We have criminals across the it's painful that, particularly with the Muslim religion or Islam, it's painful that, because I happen to be a Muslim, to put the record, it's painful to see that very easily.
When you hear an idiot talking, they are very easy to dictate. When you hear an idiot speaking, you see how this man is trying to compare what is happening in Nigeria with whatever Liberation Army in Uganda or in Kenya, wherever you have them. This army he's talking about, who are they and what are they fighting for? What are they fighting for? Who are they? Were they fighting to spread Christianity? Were they fighting to spread Christianity? When you see idiots like this come to national TV and open their mouth and speak, this is why Nigeria will never, ever, ever be better. Because you see people you think they're educated, they jump into the station and they begin to talk rubbish. They begin to create a narrative to suit their idiocy. And some people will sit down and listen to idiots like this. The situation of terrorism that we are facing in the world has one face. It does not have two faces. The world terrorism has one face. The one happening in Nigeria today has one face. So when you try to remove the responsibility from where the responsibility lies and push it on everybody, you are doing nothing but doing the same thing that Gumi is doing every day on the national TV. And that is what this idiot, this albino is doing. And why he cannot accept the truth is because he's a Muslim, as he said. Look at his behavior. So when you see a truth, instead of you to focus on solving the problem and speaking the truth that the problem might be solved, you are now channeling your energy on defending idiocy. This is why the zoo will never ever be good. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens, who becomes a president or who becomes what. It will never, the zoological republic will never ever survive. Take it to the bank. It will continue to get worse every day. The situation will continue to get worse. And when we say it, some people will not understand why we are saying what we are saying. It is because of the reality on the ground. When we say Nigeria is irredeemable, it is because of people like this clown. You see how he's trying to make a case for madness. Let's hear him complete his stupidity.
For example, allow someone of Muslims and West. And Islam allows even the kind of Muslims and Christians. Is there anywhere in the religious book, the Muslim world, the Quran, or in whether popular the precepts of the Prophet Muhammad, where killing of people is acceptable?
Imagine this idiot.
Why is it difficult, for people to take the position you are canvassing, especially Christians?
Answer the question he asked you. Answer the question he asked you. Is there any place or any book or anywhere that taking the life of others is permitted? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. The quotations are everywhere. You can Google it up. You can see the answer in the Google. So why are you scared of answering that question he threw to you? That a clown like this will boldly come and challenge you in your station and say, is there any place where so is written? When we know it is written boldly in so many places, they should take the life of infidels. And they come boldly to come and talk rubbish on the national TV. And the idiots that call themselves presenters, we sluggishly allow them to get away with it. Now he's diverting to a different question. Answer what he asked you. As a presenter, the question was for you. Is there any place where his religion permitted the taking of life of another? Or any book of theirs? And you can't answer it. You're a presenter. Idiot.
It's because of the fact that they've been asking this question Has anybody, and I'm asking you this same question, have you at any point, at any time in recent Nigerian history or ancient Nigerian history where you saw a lot of Christians gather, go to a particular mosque and kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Muslims at a time? You mentioned the Lord Resistance Army, yes, but we are talking about what goes on in Nigeria here. Have you heard that a certain John, Peter, Michael, or whoever that is Christian got into a mosque and killed all the Muslims? The way you hear that, well, ISIS is saying you take responsibility, irrespective of the fact that probably Muslims and Christians are killed. We hear situations where, I'm sorry, we hear situations where children from Christian schools are kidnapped and taken away. When we don't see a situation, and these things are done by terrorists, and of course 99.9% of these terrorists in northern parts of the country are practically Muslims. But we don't see that situation on the one side where Christians go to kill Muslims. So that is the problem that a good foundation you are doing. So I just explain in 2 ways and then maybe in 12. One is that it's the faith, and one, is it true that there are times when people have been caught trying to attack the church and were found to be Christians? That's what Christians. It proves that because we have evidence. I have it. I'm a lecturer. So I also know that there are times, and I can provide that evidence if you do not know. If you get an official role. At any times where, for example, in the world, people have been caught and taken to burn or kill people in the church. And we have found out that those persons were Christians. I don't know example. What the example is that? The life is what the example. Please bring it. No, it's very wonderful. I am in your device today. I'm certain that before I leave here, I will share that data or those references. Because it's there. There's the concept of affective reflection. We only see what we want to see. But what I do is to educate the people. So it should be nice. Yes, it's okay. I will share with your official manager those evidence that is public knowledge. Now we are having this conversation. We'll come back to you after you have responded to the question asked. And then when we do come back to you, as we wrap up this conversation, we'd like you to share that with us so we don't lose the audience that are listening to you now. But please respond to the question that you wanted to respond to. The good point is that yes, there have been killings of Christians in churches or other killings of Christians, correctly. And that's why I have not argued against the Christian genocide program. But the thing I'm also saying is that as there been killing of Muslims in the mosque by different terrorists, I'm sure that everybody in the studio agrees that there have been killings of Muslims in the mosque. Yes. So which means that these people are terrorists, they are criminals, they are murderers. So the idea of attribution is where I have the challenge. I have also learned that we have Christian genocide in Nigeria. That's my tradition. I'm also of the same view that there is Muslim genocide that's in Nigeria. You actually brought the Christian genocide issue into the conversation. That wasn't the basis of the conversation in the first instance. The basis of the conversation was complacency. The basis because you took us that way. The basis of the question was complacency on the part of government. And we come back to terrorism. That was the basis of the conversation. It is a failure of government. Pure stupidity. Because government exists. I don't think it's a I think you understand what I'm saying. Thank you very much. We'll come back to you for the evidences that you mentioned. Now that you've taken us to this path, let me bring you back to the studio. Mr. Darlington, the issue of whether it is Christian Muslims' involvement in all of this, how has that impacted the fight against terrorism in Nigeria? Whether there is genocide against Christians or genocide against pagans or Muslims or how has that impacted the fight against terrorism in Nigeria?
When there is a collateral damage, I don't want you to use it as the main issue. When these guys are operating, they are very selective. This is very selective. Let's not go back to history, 1804, when this Fulani jihadists invaded Nigeria and started from Sokoto. That history is there.
When you say very selective, that's factual because there have been cases where mosques were attacked as well. Let's be factual.
Look, when I say selective, if you say Muslims were killed, Muslims of which tribe is what I'm after. Maybe Muslims from Hausa, a people, or other people.
The question I'm asking is, this categorization, how is it helping?
That is
Muslims from the southern parts of Nigeria, Muslims from the north, but Muslims are Muslims.
That is the obstacle.
Nigerians are Nigerians.
That is the obstacle. That is the reason why this thing cannot be solved. Because we are trying to compartmentalize it. Is it from this side? Is it from this side? But when you go to numbers,
This aspect now, you see, when we talk and we say Nigeria is irredeemable, when we say that the diversity in Nigeria is a destructive diversity, this is it. This discussion is where it comes. Even in this insecurity, do you see how divisiveness people are? Some people elude from the fact simply because it is their religion. They want to protect their religion. So therefore, they push down on the actual thing that is happening and paint a different picture. Some people, because it is their tribe, they go extra mile to fight for their tribe, to wipe the image of their tribe, even when they know that their tribe are the ones that are producing the foot soldiers that are fighting. But they will focus on attention and say, oh, it's not all of us, it's not all of us. But the people that they are your people. You see why the case of Nigeria, the only remedy is disintegration. Let everybody go their separate way and sort themselves out. The more you continue to push people in this cage, they will continue to fight for an interest that they will never find. Destructive diversity. That is the danger the zoo is facing and will continue to face. If you like, take it. If you like, leave it. It will swallow the zoo, and very soon.
if you kill one person and kill 20 Christians, how is that comparable? An American was sent back from Nigeria because the government claimed that the statement he made resulted in the death of 2 Muslims. So, if 2 Muslims die and 100 Christians die, how is that comparable? Look, can somebody tell me how many mosques have been bombed and closed down since this is started? But we have a record of thousands of Christian churches that have been bombed and closed down. Is that not a fact? So how do you compare? Because they are doing this in deliberate, that's the way to plan. That's why they took over from African states. And you said, I have to run this and that, I have to run this and that. No! We know how this is operates. They will just go and bomb somewhere and they claim some problems are involved. And for that reason, they need to cover thousands of Christians that were killed.
Like you said, the morning of the sports arena, there's no separation based on religion.
Go and check who was there. That's why I keep telling people, please, whenever you want to go through this narrative, count the numbers and the people you know. Is that one?
Tell us who were there.
I said, go and check the number of people who were there. Or you have the record.
Tell us.
Most of them were Christians. Most of them were Christians. Let somebody challenge me now. I have told you here several that a Fulani man can never kill a fellow Fulani man. He can never. Once he can never. They will not try that. So one thing that this is mostly from their own side. They are the ones who carry out this thing. Why?
Mr. Ranta, let's bring it back to the issue at hand. This attack happened at about 5 p.m. And these terrorists, these bandits, they struck a community, a football match that was ongoing. Does this suggest that they are resorting to psychological warfare, or they are unable to tackle the military straight on? Because at this point, it might be impossible to say if our military can actually protect people on the beaches. This is some kind of psychological warfare. Are you talking about the military that cannot protect itself? People will come to their base and aside the base, kill them, take their people, their armored carrier, and drive them away. See what I'm talking about? Let me tell you something. Our plan is to Islamize Nigeria. People really knew better than all of us here. They have said it. Ekpa has been and he has us in the army. So what I tell you, and the Bini advised the president to go to Turkey and bring the Turkish to come and protect us. Turkey was a Christian society. I've been to Turkey severally. You can never believe that Turkey was once Christian community. I'm not sure it happened to 3% Christians in Turkey today. That is what going to happen in Nigeria. That is why the president, when they brought this Muslim ticket and they insisted on it, to the point that they have to manufacture and create fake bishops. I think it's a joke. It's happening before our eyes. If nothing is done, if the world, if Nigeria the way we are, Nigeria will become Islamized completely.
I'll tell you as a concluding thoughts on this matter. Is that okay?
Of course.
There's Danity. Yeah, that do you have to add?
Yes, I want to add. Let us stop pretending. It is unfortunate that even the educated ones among us are flying this narrative, and they want me to believe. Meanwhile, they are forgetting how the jihadists took over some African states. If you do this modus operandi, they'll be doing it to think, gradually using you, even a piece, they will use you. They will use that piece to further their enterprise. And at the end of the day, you say, no, it is not there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. We have to let you go now as we come into another conversation. But let's go back to Comrade Ibrahim Mama. Now, let's have you conclude and provide the evidences that you have for us this morning.
I have said I think for people need education. My basic premise of law talks about fallacies. The fallacy of fifth generalization. We are good at exploring because it's a lie. I'm not going to this public television. And this is this thing, what of the background? I have sent evidence by simple Google. I have sent evidence of verified sources to the social media before to and I assume that's what I'm talking to you now. These are things that are there for everybody to see. I don't know why it's difficult for people to rather pay particular attention. I am a Muslim, I can tell you that there's nothing in my religion that supports terrorist activities. That is why, just like those Muslims have condemned terrorism or this acts of banditry, I have repeatedly condemned every serious Muslim. Sometimes because we see there are Muslims investment who are sometimes using these criminals. You are seeing, I think that is Islam. That is not Islam. You are seeing Christians, for example, investment, people who are guilty of corruption. Just like you have to didn't make that every corrupt person, but that Christianity enables or encourage corruption. Never is correct. It's not correct. I know that many of my friends are Christians. Most of my friends are, and I can tell you for certain that they are very good Christians. I do have friends in government who are not corrupt. When they are few, yes. That is because it's not that we have a lot of corrupt people in the way. So I think that sometimes it's good for us to take ourselves on the reality of things. Islam is against terrorism. Islam is against killing of everything. Islam says if you kill one person, it's as if you have killed the entire community.
Yes, we understand all of that. But we also hear there's a certain narrative about killing somebody or killing people and being rewarded in heaven. But I want to move away from that because I'm not very well versed in the principles of Quran. I'm happy that you're doing that because you understand where I'm going to. You understand where I'm going. I want to say that I've heard it too. Okay, you've heard it too. Can you confirm that? Is that in the Quran? Can you confirm that?
These people, these presenters are a bunch of idiots. These are a bunch of idiots. You call yourself a presenter, you don't even have a single fact on your table. Somebody is challenging you that there is nothing in their book written anywhere, not in the Quran, that supports them to take the life of an infidel. When there are several quotations that are filled everywhere, in their hadith and everywhere, where it was said that they should go against the infidel, make them slave, enslave their children, brush their head, do this and do that, enslave them, make them to pay some zakat before they can do anything. These things are there in the open. Why is it difficult for this bunch of idiots that call themselves presenters to present it to this man? Because you are afraid, because you are scared. You took on a topic that you can't be able to handle. If you are scared of dealing with topic, why must you invite somebody to confuse yourself? Look at how bold he is, talking and challenging and laughing. Something that you have the evidence that you can even use your studio there, bring it up on the screen and tell him to read in English. But because of fear, bunch of clowns and idiots in a studio cannot be able to bring that effect on a topic that they are discussing. Shame. Shame. And that is why we say Nigeria will never ever survive. It is a waste of time trying to make Nigeria work. A great waste of time.
The world happened to be Muslim. Talk about Yasser Arafat, the grandfather of terrorism, Palestinian. We should talk about Iran that sponsored Hezbollah, that sponsors Hamas in Yemen, in Syria, in Lebanon, in Palestine, in other parts of the world, in Saudi Arabia, bombing of the marine base in Saudi Arabia, bombing of the embassy, United States Embassy in Kenya, bombing of the marine base in Lebanon too, away from what happened in Saudi Arabia. We are a political scientist, I can go on and on. Coincidentally, all of these people happen to be Muslims. How do you react to that?
Well, not only am I a political scientist, I'm also my PhD is in international relations, which is self-field of political science. Okay. So I'm very close to international system. So you need to that the examples we gave, the first one I mentioned was bombing in Saudi Arabia. Which some see as the wrong place of Islam. The third example, you mentioned Kenya, the third example you gave also is Lebanon, which is also a Muslim country. Which means that sometimes, even when they claim that these are attacked by Muslims, major victims, even the examples you are giving just now, right? It's also the major victims.
When I mentioned Iran sponsoring Hezbollah and Hamas and Hezbollah, which region will they profess?
Hamas, yes, are mostly Muslims. They are mostly Muslims.
Okay, how about Hezbollah?
Correctly too. They are also Muslims.
Beautiful.
Of course, if you want to do the main thing, you can mention some other things.
Okay, can we talk about the most terror group in Nigeria, as recognized by international security agencies, talking about the 8th Allah? We want us to talk about Abu Fatah, the military down the aircraft, United, that was Muslim, easy, or Muslim. It's not. We not want to make this a religious conversation. It's not.
It's part of the public narrative. So it is not a point around that. It's something that I'm very thankful. This kind of argument. And because I have the privilege of one being educated and two being a Muslim, I'm able to come through the world, or come through the misconceptions, and then hold the informed position. There's no doubting that Muslims have been guilty in Nigeria and in the world of terrorist activities. Okay. There is also no disagreement about the fact that a lot of people claim that the place for which they do those activities are Muslim, is Islam, or the Muslim religion. There's no agreement about that. That's where they are coming from. That's where some of these agreements are coming from. But the point I have making is that we may allusion or claim to faith, a particular claim. You can do it, you can do it. Compared to expose the fact that we are the major because the terrorists are doing.
Absolutely. But the terrorist is doing it. What the terrorist is doing. My focus in this conversation.
Well, let me just start with this one. I think the example of corruption in Nigeria. The main fact that we are creating Muslims and Christians, one of corruption, public officials, it doesn't mean that Islam and Christianity perceive corruption.
Absolutely. You have a point there, and I will admit that you do have a point there. But the focus in this conversation has been complacency on the part of government in fighting insecurity. That has been the focus. Before you took us into the religious language.
No, the first point I did was actually.
Thank you very much. Let's move on to another conversation now. Also, that's now let's talk the politics.
I think we'll have to stop it here because these people, sometimes their program is disgusting. The way they handle their program, the people that call themselves presenters that can't be able to stand for themselves. It's a shame. It's a shame. Yeah, welcome, my beloved brother Gerard. Thank you for joining. We've just come to the end of the program today. I appreciate every one of you that was able to join us. And by the grace of Chukwu Okabiyama, we will be back tomorrow morning and we will continue on another section of this very program. Like and share if you have not done so. Invite every other person, mainly on our tomorrow morning program. A lot of things will be talked about. We are going to expand all this janjaweed and all this attack on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are going to unmask more of that evil woman who the Nigerian government is paying. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate every one of you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Stay blessed.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. There was a nation living in peace and unity. Yeah. They are people with love and harmony. Oh, yeah. They saw greatness rise up to its purity. With another people of different culture, Ideal heritage, biased and oppressive. Oh, I see. A nation from trigger of Africa, rising with strength and might and power. In due time, nobody gonna oppress us. Rather, you all gonna embrace her. With your flag, with your flag, with your flag, with your flag. Oh yeah. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home. Oh yeah, Biafra is our home. Oh, it's my home. Yeah, Biafra is our home.
I reminisce way back 1967. Death toll on the blood couldn't count them even. Mama screaming, child squealing, pops on the ground. 2.5 years, over 3 million's gone. Why? Cause we asked for our freedom, and we're going back to our sovereign kingdom. They shut us down when we cried, the world said nothing. Sitting back in the crib, watching our suffering. Should I talk about the planes dropping shells like rain? Suka had the first taste of a hero's blood. Abagana Zobuni wave was stronger than flood, but the joke is too strong and fought them off on the chart. Thought the bloodshed's gone, then it came again. 216 and the massacre, it started again. So bloody name, I couldn't cry tears. Blood dripping down my eyes, water in my veins. We died trying to fight the cause and we're trying to break him. It's our freedom, but the world was against us.
Wave your flag over Africa. Welcome people of Biafra. Wave your flag over all the world. See those people of Zion is here.
It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion. It is the nation that the Lord has chosen for the people of Zion.
We need peace, we choose freedom. We need peace, we choose freedom. Let the tears of our mothers who lost their children be heard. Let the blood of our heroes speak from now till forever. Let the whole wide world know Biafra is our home.